I was going to say, to me, I'm godless. You know? Like,
Okay.
so what's that? Full of Christ's love.
Well, we could say, do you ever feel like Christ has risen?
Stay close to the candles. The stairs can be quite treacherous. Phoebe.
I'm Jacques,
And welcome to Do You Ever Feel Like?
where we ask the questions everyone's thinking and no one's answering. First, I would just like to say that I have slayed this Monday.
Yeah, you're really enjoying your Monday.
I'm really enjoying Monday, and I've been listening back to back to the Bangles song, Just Another Manic Monday.
Yeah.
Did you know that song was written by Prince?
I hate that song.
Whatever. I've been listening to it over and over. I don't really care. You hate that song. And I've been thinking about how artists get all obsessed about saying certain things, you know? And I'm like, this song and whatever about pop culture, like most pop culture songs are like, most pop songs, what are they about? Nothing. You know what I mean? But I'm like, this is a very good example of this. Like, this is just a song about a Monday.
I mean, all of Prince's music is like so. I mean, I see what you're saying. All of Prince's music is so insane. I also feel that way about the B-52s.
Yeah.
Like, what are the B-52s on about? Roam if you want to.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's like, why are we so obsessed with saying something? Why do we don't have to say anything? We can just say it's Monday, and you can like
just have
write a
fun
song
time.
about Monday. Yeah.
I just like that song only because I have this category of music that I don't know if I've ever described this to you this way. I call it songs that people sing, and
Yes.
it's not the music's fault. It's, I mean, also, this is one of my favorite lyrics ever. Sloan, Canadian rock group. Sloan, shout out to the Junos. Happened last night. Mae Martin, where are you? Joni Mitchell, you're in my city. What's going on? Anyway, it's not the band I hate. It's their fans. And like this overused songs, especially for emotional manipulation, I'm not into it.
When is that song used as emotional manipulation?
People are always using it and like it's Monday, like let me do that. Let me play this song on a Monday.
Yeah.
Like in like a show.
Oh,
It's like grow up.
that's weird.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
don't
weird
like
thing
it.
to do. Yeah.
It's similar, like stadium songs are like this. Like We Are the Champions played at like a baseball game. Give me a break. It's terribly
You don't
irritating.
like when things are too on the nose.
I also don't like the it's not even on the nose. I can appreciate a good on the nose moment. It's like the overuse of it I find irritating. So that's why I call them, it's like, you know, basic behavior. I don't like.
I see.
So anyway, I'm glad that you're having a nice Monday. I've decided something. New segment.
Great.
Things I've decided. I think you're going to be quite excited by this.
Okay.
So I've decided a couple of things. The first thing being, well, this isn't even a decision. I'm getting a tattoo tomorrow. I haven't gotten a new tattoo in a very long time. By a very long time, I mean a year.
You get one like every year or no?
I was getting one like multiple tattoos every year since I was like 18, pre-pandemic. And then obviously you couldn't get tattoos for a while. I probably had like a 2-3 year break.
Yeah.
I got a very large tattoo, had a very bad experience, took another break. And I feel like I've been like dipping my toe back in
Right.
to the waters once more.
Right.
But I've decided, I don't even know if I've fully decided, but I've wanted to, I really don't like, I don't like a handful of my tattoos, but I kind of am just thinking, I'm too far gone to really do anything about them.
You have committed so much of what is going on of the landscape
Like
to tattooing that, like, what are you going to do?
I don't think I can really get them removed at this point. Like,
It would look insane. You would look insane.
I also think I would look insane too.
You would.
I can't imagine, like, just bare legs would be weird.
Oh, I don't even mean that. I mean, like, what happens to you when you get each removed?
Also that too. I
and
don't
then
think
it like
would look
looks
very
weird.
good.
Yeah,
I don't think it'd
especially
look very
with
good.
as many as you have. Exactly.
Yeah. So because I was wondering, like, what does Pete Davidson look like? I can't look good, right? Because
I
didn't he
never
get
want
like
to think
all of
about
his
what that man looks like, period.
nude Pete Davidson?
I was like, you know what image came to mind? The naked mole rat from Kim K. From
Yeah,
Kim Possible.
exactly.
Kim
It's
K.
similar. Kim K. I wish.
My
Hey, I
brain.
wish. Everything's Kardashians. Yeah, but I've
Exactly.
been thinking. Yeah, I just like I'm too far gone, and so my strategy has just been a more is more, which is my strategy in life. You could really say,
Right.
is a more is more tactic. But I have decided. I think I'm gonna get my bicep tattoo, my like big one, either lasered off completely, or because my thought has always been to like kind of fix it
Okay.
because it's like just black line work.
Right.
So my thought has always been to like color it. And I've like talked to a couple of artists and it's never really like it's very doable, they'd said, but it just nothing is really, I don't know like what I want the look to be. So, but I was talking to a friend and she just got hers lightened, like a single laser session essentially, and then a cover up over top of that. So that's what I'm thinking.
For which one is this?
My like mom flowers, like my big one on my bicep. It's just very, I think, so here's what I've decided. This is what I've decided. I've decided that being in your 30s is about actually paying for tattoos.
Okay. Yes.
Because the majority of my tattoos are done by somebody with a tattoo gun that I know.
At a party.
At
In a basement.
In a basement.
Yeah.
So I think we're not doing that anymore.
Nope.
That's one. And I think we're also fixing the things on our bodies. Because I feel like I look like somebody I'm not.
Here's how I feel about tattoos. Go back and listen to our tattoo episode, right?
Do we have a tattoo episode?
Yes. This season.
What?
Yes.
What?
We fully have done a tattoo episode. Anyways, you know my thought. Like everybody who's ever said to me, I want to get a tattoo, I'm like, okay, you will never think about it again. You'll think about it once you get it. And then it's like buying or getting anything else. You'll forget about them. You'll like until somebody points it out again.
I find it extremely weird when people point out my tattoos to me.
Right. Because you're
find
like,
it
what do you mean? This is like telling me I have like whatever hair color.
Yeah, like a face or something like that. But this is so crazy to me. I cannot believe we have a tattoo episode. I'm like scrolling right now. Wow, my brain is not much. This season? Sorry,
I feel like it was. Or like the end of maybe last?
whatever. Anyway, I trust
recent.
you. I mean, I've said this to you before. Someone could really gaslight me quite easily. I have no memory. Anyway, so yeah, I've just like, I think if I had like a child and they said to me like I want a tattoo, I would be like, don't. Like wait until you're like 30.
I mean, this is the thing. We grow up and then we realize why everyone was saying these things to us.
No one okay, that's nice. No one said not to. No one ever was telling me not to. No.
Oh, really? Oh, I find that fascinating.
Yeah. No.
Your mom's like, I'm going to go with you.
My mom, the only time somebody ever said anything to me was I wanted to get my nipples pierced. Really regret not doing it. That's like a big regret I have. But the healing time is so long on that. I could just never deal with that. And my aunt said to me, "You're tender flesh." She said, "Oh, you're tender flesh." So that's the only time anyone ever said anything to me. You've seen my family.
Yeah. Well,
I'm like probably the least tattooed person in my family.
Yeah.
That's not true, but you know what I mean. Anyway.
Yeah.
Of all of the people that are, I wouldn't even call myself heavily tattooed, but of like the more
You would not call yourself heavily tattooed?
You don't think you don't think so? Well, like I have cousins with like face tattoos. So.
Okay, but that's a whole other thing.
That's what I mean. That's why no one was telling me not to get tattoos because somebody.
But you are a heavily tattooed person.
You think so?
Yes.
Oh, weird.
But this is what I'm saying, right? We forget these things, you know? Anyways, that's what you've decided. You've decided.
I've decided that being in your 30s is about like having nice tattoos that you actually pay money for, that you say what you want and you like them, / fixing your regrets in your 20s. Like my mom tattoo I got like because other people were getting them.
Okay, great.
Exactly. So it's like,
Not imagine that. I cannot. I just don't. I mean, I know you went to art school, but like everyone's like, we should all get mom tattoos.
I was with my brother. That's matching with my brother.
Oh, family.
But like we were all like a bunch of people were like we were in the shop,
I see. Okay.
and
Yeah,
I was like,
no.
me too.
Yeah,
You
no,
know
no,
what I
no.
mean?
Yeah. Okay, I've decided. This is my I've decided
Okay,
for the week.
you've decided something.
I've decided that in 2026, I'm going to spend more money on myself.
I kind of feel like that's the same thing, like tattoos.
This is
you
what
know
I mean.
mean?
Yeah, it's like I did something over the weekend that I really shouldn't have done. We don't have to put it on the pod.
I know we don't need to talk about it. Yeah.
I saw my financial 20s
Yeah.
pass through time and space. And I was like, oh, no. I feel so much guilt about spending money on myself. I feel so much guilt about
Me too.
buying things that I am like, actually, no, this would make my life easier, better, blah, 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 blah. And for so many reasons, we have guilt about these things, right? But like, I'm done. I'm over it. If I want to buy something for myself, I'm buying it. I don't care.
I love that. I feel similarly. I have not gotten my nails done like over a year now. And I've been doing my hair. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm spending so much money. And I did the math. I'm spending less money monthly.
On your hair.
Like, or
Yeah.
I get my hair done like every, like
Exactly.
twice a year, basically. I'm still spending less money than getting my nails done every week. Which, by the way, guys, how are we feeling about gel nail polish? Somebody weigh in. Am I being too freaky about it?
I mean, I don't think you're being too freaky about it. I think it's like, look, if the UK bans something,
I just don't think I want to be putting that on my body anymore.
I understand. Yeah, I understand.
I'm scared of that, you know?
Okay, so
anyway,
we've got, speaking of adorning the body, I was told basically that if I were to put anything on my body, get a piercing, get a tattoo, etc. I always say tattoo now because Schmidt from New Girl is stuck in my head in a terrible millennial way. But anyways,
funny. I was thinking about what Zoe Deschanel did for like the kind of crimes that Zoe Deschanel did for white ladies with bangs holding ukuleles, and like how I can never really do that ever again.
yeah, exactly. Anyways, I was told I was going to hell for these things growing up because I went to Catholic school. Do you ever feel like Christ has risen?
No, because I don't get it. I don't get it.
You were raised godless.
I don't. Okay, so I remember watching some Christian propaganda film on Easter, probably Good Friday, coloring in my room, like bip-a-doo, having a nice little time, switch on the TV. What's this? I'll watch this little cartoon. And I ran downstairs. I was like, Mom, this guy was nailed to a cross. What the hell is going on? Have you heard of this before? And she had to like calm me down because I was so upset about the story of Christianity. So no, I don't, because I've been to church once in my life
Why did you go to church? Like, did someone
because
die?
I wanted to.
Oh.
I asked. Yeah.
Oh,
my dance place as like a little kid, like I was probably like 4 or 5, was above a church. And when we would be, I guess, probably showing up, like we would be showing up to
I
dance,
see. And
and
it'd
like
be, like,
everyone would
letting
be
out.
going to church or letting out, something like that.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
just remember thinking like, what the hell's going on here? Like, what's that? I want to go. So my dad
Yeah.
took me.
You're like, that looks slay. What's happening in there? And then you went and...
I went,
Terrified?
Okay, I'm good.
Oh, you're good. Yeah. You're
Yeah, I'm pretty much good. I understand this now. Cool.
good. So, were you raised Jewish?
So-
Culturally Jewish? Like, I don't... What was happening there?
It like quote unquote works is, and if I were to go back, my ancestors are Polish Jews, and they left Poland in like the late 1800s, early 1900s.
Right.
My Jewish ancestry starts on, it's my great grandfather was Jewish, but he married a Christian woman. And so like in the Jewish faith, because she didn't convert, I'm not technically Jewish
Yeah.
anymore. But
Matriarchy,
I-
etc.
But yeah, and yeah, well, it's kind of a fucked up reason. I mean, we don't need to get into Judaism today. But so I like my grandma kind of like what's the word? Like I don't know, like that was like a part of her that she enjoyed. My grandma's last name is Fleischer. You know, like that's a Jewish last name. It's a Polish last name. Yeah. And other people, like the Fleischer side of her family was practicing, but like my grandma's family wasn't. So it's kind of like a weird, I mean, Judaism is funny in that way because it's like you either are or you aren't. It's not really like Christianity, you know. I feel like it's like a little bit more black and white sometimes. But my mom was married to a Jewish guy, like her first marriage. She was married to a Jewish guy as well. So there's like, and like my aunt's Jewish, so it kind of floats around.
I see.
But I would say
you guys didn't like do Seder or like celebrate Passover or
no,
like do anything
we
like
celebrated Hanukkah like twice as a kid.
Okay.
And I think that was because of my aunt. But I've been to a synagogue more times than I've been to a church.
To a church. Okay, so this is kind of what I want to talk about in the sense of like Catholicism and Christian. Well, I'm coming at this from a feeling of Catholicism or from the perspective of Catholicism. I was raised Catholic. So Catholicism is within Christianity, right?
That's so confusing.
That's my perspective. Just like if you're Episcopalian or, you know, there's a million different...
Pause. I don't get any of that.
Okay.
I don't get any of that. What are you
Right.
talking about?
Yeah.
You know, that's how I feel. Anyway, but we can keep moving. I just
Evangelical,
like,
Episcopalian,
people say
Catholic.
things,
Yeah.
and I go, okay.
Right. So I was raised what I would call culturally Catholic. And kind of similarly to what you were saying. So like Catholic schools are an alternative to public education and private education, and they're cheaper to send your kid to a Catholic school, private
In
Catholic
America.
school, in where I lived. I don't know if this is
Okay.
a across the board
Okay.
thing. So most of the schools that I went to were part of the Archdiocese of Washington because they're cheaper. So you get like a good education, whatever, right? But you are Catholic. You're
Are
Catholic.
they funded by, I mean, here's also another thing. I learn about something about America almost every day.
Because you're in this unfortunate relationship with me.
Yeah, and also a lot of the time it's from the news. Like sometimes you say something and I go, what the hell? And then other times I read the news and I go, what the hell?
Yeah.
And I really don't understand your public school system at all. So is it cheaper? It's cheaper, good education. Is it because the church pays for it?
Yes. Some of it.
Great. Okay.
But you pay tuition, but
Yeah.
it's less than a private
Yeah.
school. So anyways, so I was raised culturally Catholic, and also culturally Catholic, it really just has to do with class, to be like totally honest. Like I feel like the more, I don't know, theologians ring in, but like the theologians, whatever, the more like truly Catholic you are, I would say, the less it's like more people who are like more lower class are like, these are the true Catholics, right? That we're
Well,
talking
that's
about,
just
right?
true because of the Church of England, right?
Exactly.
Like if we were to look at like one of my favorite topics, shall we talk about it? We probably don't have to, is Scottish sectarianism. It's fascinating.
Yes. So if you're kind of like culturally Catholic, it's like giving Kennedy, right? It's like giving like waspy like vibes to be culturally Catholic. Like, do you go to church every Sunday? No. Do you like even you're going for the holidays, you're going for the celebrations, you're going to have access to the Sunday school childcare, you're going to like whatever it is, right? Like community. It's not necessarily like we believe in these things.
Yeah.
Anyways, is my point. And so when I remember growing up in Catholic school, and what we would have to do is we would have to go through the journey of Christ when he was being nailed to the cross.
What?
Yep. So we would have to go through each step. There are 14 stations of the cross. This is what this is called. And we would have to go through the 14 stations of the cross. And there's different stories that happen along Jesus's route where he's being crucified and carrying his cross. Do you know the actual story? Shall I tell you the tale of Easter?
Sure.
Okay,
I'm going to be horrified.
Okay. Well, it's
Christmas I get.
Okay. So, okay.
And then this guy lives his life.
He has a bit of an era. He has like, he becomes a carpenter. He discovers that he's got all of these like abilities to like heal
Really
and gather
thought you were going
people.
to say gay. Really thought you were going to say gay. He discovers he's gay. He comes out. He moves to the village. Like,
So Pontius Pilate is like governing, right? And he's all like, okay, I don't like this Jesus guy because like Jesus is like gathering the people. Jesus is helping everyone out. Jesus is like clothing the poor. Jesus is like assisting the sick. Jesus is like talking to the prostitutes. And he's like, I don't like this. So Jesus is having like a meal with his disciples. This is referred to as the Last Supper.
Okay.
And they're sharing bread and wine and blah, 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 blah. And Judas
yes, is there.
is there and he's like, I'm gonna betray you and I'm gonna go
Yeah.
like tell Pontius Pilate where you are, right?
Yeah.
And then Pontius Pilate like discovers that Jesus is like in Calgary and he's like, no, we're gonna kill you. Okay, so then the crucifixion is his like
Wait. Okay.
capital punishment,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
wait, do you have a question?
I feel like now I should tell you what I think happens.
Okay, well, I'm not done, so
No, I know.
okay.
So from here, here's
Go
what
ahead.
I know.
Okay.
So he's up on the cross and he does a death.
Yes, he goes through the Stations of the Cross, he crucifies himself.
And there's
then
other people there?
there's other people there. Yeah.
Because it's just, oh, Tuesday we're doing crucifixions.
Yeah, similar to like we're doing beheading.
Okay. So
In
we're
the
doing
town
crucifixions
square.
on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Do we know the day?
No.
Okay. So,
Monday. We're doing it on Monday.
It's on Monday. Just another manic Monday. That's what they were talking about.
Yes, exactly.
Who wrote that? The Bahamas? The beaches?
The Bengals.
The Bengals.
Well, Prince wrote it, but the Bengals.
The Prince wrote it.
Recorded.
Prince was in Bethlehem,
Calgary.
Calgary. All right. Cool. Anyway, I didn't know you said that. Okay.
Calvary. Calvary, I think. Crucified
Calvary?
at Calvary, which I don't know. I guess that's in Bethlehem. Whatever. Sure.
We don't know. Okay.
We don't know.
So then he does a death and then they put him behind a rock.
Yeah, a tomb.
They entomb
Yes.
him
Yes.
behind a rock. Now, is it important who put him there? Don't know. Just
No.
regular death.
No, they they took down his body.
Okay.
They put him in there.
Then they go to the rock a couple of days later. Now, it's at the end of Lent, right? It's at the end of
Yes.
Easter. Is Easter, does he die? He dies on the Friday, right? And he rises on the Sunday. So, like,
So we do
about
know it was a Friday.
48 hours later. Okay, so we do know, we found out.
Yes, it's
Don't
a
worry,
Friday.
guys. Jacqueline and I are on the case.
Yes. Okay, it's a Friday.
Sometimes I get really irritated when people sound stupid, and then I go, Phoebe, it's you. Anyway, so then on Sunday, they go to the rock, and they're like, "Where's Jesus? I thought he was here." Right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's as far as I know. Did I get
Yes.
it?
You did. Yeah, you did. Exactly.
Am I missing anything?
Well, he was like, okay, so he's like sealed in this rock, this like large stone, which is guarded by soldiers, by the way. And then on like Sunday morning, as you said, Mary, like women of Calvary, which is in Jerusalem.
Once again, we're on the case.
Find this tomb empty, including Mary Magdalene. Okay. So then people are like, what the hell? Like, the tomb is empty. Like, where is this guy? Where's his body? Okay. So then over the next 40 days, Jesus starts to appear to people in form, in body form. Like
They see him?
with like nails pierced in his hands and like proof that at once he was alive and he went through the crucifixion. And then he starts to like, carry on his teachings. He like lines up his disciples. He's like, okay, guys, like I'm going to peace out, but I want to like make sure that you're all good to go and you can like spread the word of God before I peace out. Then I'm going to ascend. Then he ascends into heaven. But he's like, don't worry, I'm going to be back. Okay.
So cool. He's dead, but he's alive?
He died and he came back to life.
And he came back to life. So he's not dead anymore.
No.
So he's a real person.
He's a person walking around.
Okay.
People are like, oh my God, Jesus, you died. He's like, no, I didn't die. He's like, I died. You're right. I'm back. I'm back because I didn't like get my affairs in order. I got my affairs in order with my disciple. Now I'm going to go. I'm going to ascend. Then I'm going to ascend into heaven. But like, I'll be back.
Okay.
So when we talk about the real freaky deaky side of Christianity that talk about the coming of Jesus Christ, it's because he was like, I'm going to ascend, but I'll be back.
But I'll be back. Okay. So
You know what I mean?
I have so many questions. Where do I want to start? I think the first one being, who believes this?
Okay,
Like, a lot of people do, right?
well, here's the thing about Christianity, period, but also, I mean, Catholicism, etc. Right? Like, we have folks who are like, this happened
Sure.
historically.
I don't even mean like that. I mean like what is the difference between like Christianity, Catholicism, like evangel, you know what I mean? Like all of these.
So, like, Catholics have the Eucharist. Not everybody has the Eucharist. So, the Eucharist, which is because of the Last Supper, is the body and blood of Christ.
Okay.
So, when you go to church on Sundays, you eat the body and blood of Christ.
For
right?
why?
It's like a, I believe in this thing.
Okay.
It's like a symbolism. It's like a ritual that you believe in, like, of Jesus Christ, Lord and Savior, and also that you believe in the Holy Trinity too. But not everybody does that. Not everybody has Eucharist in like in like all the different sects of Christianity, for example. So I would say too, within that spectrum, there are some forms of Christianity that are less oppressive than others.
Yeah.
You know, that Catholicism is like it's hardcore.
It's
You know?
hardcore.
It's hardcore.
Yeah.
It's, being a child and being handed the blood of Christ. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But I also think Catholicism is kind of like sexiest, to be totally honest,
I so agree.
Because-
And maybe is it because it's so hardcore?
because it's so hardcore. And I think it's sexiest, and I know it to be true that it's sexiest because it's like everywhere. Like, think of like when you're watching like art, when you're looking at, I don't know, the Baroque period,
Yeah.
when you're watching The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which is about the
Yeah.
Holy Trinity, when you're watching these things and how Catholicism has kind of defined culture, it's because it's like sexy, mysterious, etc. Like, so do you know who the Pope is? Do you know what the Pope is?
He's the leader of the Catholic Church.
There we go. This is my point. Why do you know that information?
Why do I know that information? I also think I know who it is. Is it Pope Benedict Francis? Mm-hmm. Is that who it is now? Mm-hmm. Why do I know that?
This is what I'm saying, right? So it's like Catholicism it's in everything. It's far reaching. It's like, right? Like it's slay.
It is quite slay.
It's
I've said this to you
beautiful.
so many times.
Yeah.
Some of the best art, I think I can't remember what I was watching a bit ago. I was watching like a YouTube essay, like a 45-minute YouTube essay on Irish independence and like the history of the IRA in particular. But I find, like, to me, I think that stuff is so interesting because, I mean, this is like a long-held belief. You've heard me say this 1,000 times. I think white people should get really into their, like, when people say like I'm 1/3 Irish or whatever, I'm like, you should look into why your family left Ireland, because I have a feeling you would have very different thoughts, opinions, and values if you got really into, like, colonialism affects us all. You know what I mean? So I find it really interesting. There was like this movement. It was like because of King Henry VIII's, like, I don't know what you call it, removal of the Catholic Church in England, that all of these Catholic churches in England very specifically, I think you think Catholicism, you think like these big, ornate, decorative, like colorful churches.
Yeah.
The Catholic churches in England still now are very, like, what I would maybe call like a sleek and Wayfair interpretation of a Catholic church.
Yes.
Like, they're so minimal looking now, and it's because this guy wanted to get
Yes.
He was over the Spanish lady. But anyway, I just think that's like all of these like pieces of history are like, yeah, our like relationship to these things
Yes.
are so interesting.
Exactly. Exactly. I forgot that last year we lost a pope.
Yes.
So you were right. That was, but that was
the last one, the one
pope.
that died.
Now we've got a new pope.
Hello, everyone. Editing Phoebe here. Just popping in to let you know that we had a really weird recording issue where my microphone switched off for like the next 5 minutes and then it kind of worked. So what you're hearing is going to be weird audio and then it's going to go back and it's all going to be fine. And we're all going to hold hands and breathe together, but it's going to be fine. But while I have you here in this funny little audio hiccup, now is a great time for you to head on over to Apple Podcasts and leave us a review. We literally love ratings and reviewings. And if we get enough ratings and reviewings, then maybe one day tech gods will stop trying to smite me down. We're gaining too much power. So head on over to Apple Podcasts, leave us a review there. You can also leave us a review in Spotify, or if you don't have an Apple Podcast account, or you've already left a review, send this episode to a friend. Send this episode to a lapsed Catholic. Send this episode to a godless heathen. You know, we're all learning things here. Everyone's welcome in the Do You Ever universe. Okay, back to the episode. We're going to talk about the Pope. Okay, bye. I love you. Leave us a review, please.
Pope Leo.
Pope Leo.
Is who we've got now.
And he's like the gay one?
No, he's not gay. You're confusing that with the movie last year that was nominated for the Oscars.
I never watched that.
You never saw Conclave.
Because here's the thing, it looks interesting. Isabella Rossellini, yes.
Yeah.
Everything else, okay.
Yeah, she was in it for 5 seconds. She was the best part.
Here are things I like about Catholicism.
I was going to say, with all this being said, what do you like about it? Because
What do
I
we
have
like
my
about it?
list.
Okay. I feel like our lists are going to be similar.
Sure. Yes.
I mean, I do agree. Catholicism is one of the best ones.
Mm-hmm.
I think Judaism is fun beliefs-wise. Also, I'll say this, of what I know about certain religions.
Yeah. Oh, that's the context of this entire episode. We're not
Of this-
theologians. Like,
No.
theologians. Again,
Like,
how do I say it?
I know a lot about, oh my God. Who's Siddhartha? And you seek nirvana?
Is that Buddhist?
Is it Buddha?
No.
Yeah. No.
Nirvana?
I want with the tree. Yeah, it's Buddhism.
Buddhism? Okay.
He sat under the Bodhi tree and he became the Buddha. Okay. I know a good chunk about that because of my art history classes. And I feel like I could maybe tell you a little bit about Islam.
Yeah.
Petite, similarly because of art history.
Right.
But I don't really know what people believe and things.
Right.
So extreme outsider's perspective, I do really feel like Catholicism has got some of the most fun stuff going on. And that really boils down to the aesthetics of it. I think Catholicism has done a great job around looking slay, outfits, the presentation. I love the chanting. I love the chanting. This happens a couple of times. I can't remember if it was David Farrier's Dark Tourist show. There was like a really good like travel Netflix show, and by really good I mean it was a couple of years ago, that did like different, like I think it was dealing with death very specifically.
Okay,
and so
okay.
it went to like a bunch of different communities in the world, and I don't know who this was, but it was a South American community that I think did death in a great way,
Okay.
where they're like hoisting the body around.
Right.
That is like,
Parading
if any
it,
kind
screaming.
of ritual,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
that stuff. And
Yeah.
I think is appropriate
Right. Exactly.
reaction to things.
Right. Okay. So you love
I love
theater.
theater. I love theater. I love outfits. I love costumes. I love a scene.
Yes.
I love lighting design. And I love a full sensory experience, where I think Catholicism does a really great job. That incense ball whiffing around is really quite hilarious. And
props.
an olfactory. moment.
Yeah. I think Catholicism has a lot of capitalism wrapped up in it. So I think it's very fun time. Right?
So they do a great job.
We're selling something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we're selling Catholicism. Absolutely. I mean, I did not know why I was eating the body of Christ, but I looked great
You
in my Holy Communion dress. You know what I'm saying?
I have a question. What's with that?
What's with Mary and God?
What's with Mary and God? What's with the body of Christ? And what's with the... Okay, also, I never know what people are called. The priest?
Priest. Yes.
The priest putting it in your mouth.
Oh, I mean, this is the thing, right? Like the dark underbelly of Catholicism is all this creepy stuff, right? And like, you know, pedophiles. So
Pedophiles. So.
shall I?
Shall we?
Shall I bring out? I said I didn't have any props, but hold on.
I'm scared. And we have one here today with us.
Here's a photo of me
this?
and my best friend Melissa Ferrante with Monsignor Paul. And this was Monsignor, it was like pizza day, and he would come and make pizza for all of us. And I don't know, that's creepy.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't like that word, Monsignor. I don't like that word.
So we would have, so we would pray every morning. We would go to weekly mass, like in my school, right? So it wasn't just like I was going.
Did you go to church? Did you go to church on the weekends too?
No, this is what I mean. This is why it was such a weird vibe for me, because I was in school, God.
Your whole day, God.
You know, at home, musical theater.
Which
you know
I
what I
think
mean?
is-
Like
I've
that's
said
what was
this-
going.
Yeah, I've said this to you multiple times, is you don't give Catholic at all.
No. Yeah. I've also dealt with a lot of my shit, I think, is part of it. But yes, sure.
Well, okay.
I mean, I think a lot of my perfectionism stuff is that. I think it's like, you know, I mean, we would get like hit in the hands by nuns when we got things wrong, right? Like it was, everyone has a story like that.
I think it's really funny, like as somebody who did not go to church at all, very rare experience as I've learned in my adulthood, and like did not grow up in a very like, you know, I went to a public school.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that internalized purity shit that you get from your peers anyway, because I did like, one of my high schools I went to was split down the middle, people that lived in town, people that lived out in the country. People that lived out in the country were weirdo Christians. Say that with peace and love. Respectfully. A lot of weird shit I heard from like a lot of, I'm still fine and pure for my husband if I take it up the butt.
Oh, yeah.
Classic stuff. And like, that's the conversation that we were having at lunch.
Yeah, that's weird.
So I just think it's funny, like culturally, you just get fucked up by it either way.
Oh, yes, exactly. And it's like in everything. To take it back around to Easter, I would like to share the things that I loved about Easter growing up as a Catholic. First of all, the bops, the hymns.
Can you hit us with one?
They were really good. Oh, yes, of course.
Thank you.
Christ has died. Christ is risen. Christ will come again.
Ooh, yeah.
Christ. And you just repeat it.
Yeah.
So good.
Ooh, I'm liking that. And would you sing that on Sunday?
You technically sing that in every mass,
Oh,
but it was made for the resurrection. Exactly. Yes, for the Easter of it all. Oh, they're so good. That's another thing that Catholics are doing really well. They're doing a bop really well. I used to go to a Catholic musical theater summer camp. So
yuck.
I also have got a lot of those up there too. So that's the first thing. I love the music. I also loved how you get stuff, which is like part of all of the Catholic. This is what I mean about Catholicism and capitalism. You know what I mean? Christmas, please. Easter, you would get things. You would get stuff. You would get chocolate. You would get.
What do you mean? Oh, just chocolate.
You would get like things in a bag, because
Okay.
after Lent, where you have like abstained, you then get to be like gluttonous. I mean, you don't really get to be, but that was what we did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's weird that you get gifts on Easter.
I always thought it was a little strange too, but I liked that I got chocolate.
Can I also say something, sidebar, maybe not sidebar, related, not related? I think it's weird that people give their children Valentines. That's a fucking holiday.
People give children People give their children Valentines?
Yeah, that's a sex holiday.
Well, Saint Valentine, that's a Catholic holiday. Valentine's Day.
Yes, I know. That's why I was thinking about it. I just think that's like a holiday for fucking.
Yeah.
And why are you giving your kids Valentines and why are you giving your kids presents? I think it's weird.
Yeah.
I also think it's weird that kids do Valentine's exchange.
I don't think that's weird. I think that's fine.
But it's a holiday for fucking.
Sure. But I think it's fine. I think that's fine.
Okay, but one Valentine, not the whole class.
You want real romance happening in first grade.
Yes.
That's what you want. I understand. I get it. Yeah.
Anyway, I just think the presents is weird.
Yeah. I really loved that I got treats and chocolate. That was always fun. I liked the Easter egg hunt, which, by the way, is not secular, has its ties to Catholicism as well.
Say more.
I think it's the feast of, I don't have the actual name. Basically,
I love all the feasts.
yeah, there's a
love
lot
all
of feasts. Yes.
Shout out to Dan Savage. He's trying to bring back Feast of the Ass. Between Christmas and I think Valentine's. I think it's like January something, Feast of the Ass, so that you kind of get ready for Valentine's Day was his thinking.
Okay, so the eggs are supposed to represent like the last, like the 12 final days of Jesus. And it's like you hide 12 eggs or like you hide 12 objects and then people go and find it. And like represents like the between like when the beginning of Lent starts and then like when he dies, basically.
Wow.
So I really loved that. I loved going and hunting for things. That was always fun. I liked that you get to get dressed up in my Easter outfit. That's another thing. You know, everyone slays in their outfits.
Yeah.
And personally, you know, when we talk about gowns, when we talk about garb, when we talk about accessories, you know what I'm saying? I really liked the Easter colors that like the priest and the altar boys wear, things like that. We're really embracing some pastels. You know what I mean? We're getting into the spring of it all. That was always great.
Yeah.
You know, the church always looks most beautiful in Easter as well because the flowers, they're better than any other part of the year.
There are some, regretfully, it's some of the best flowers that we get are the spring flowers. And you know why? Because they look yummy. Don't you just want to bite into a daffodil?
I mean, you can. Can't you eat daffodils?
Hey, guys, don't listen to us. Do not listen to us. I think maybe what also makes Easter so great, and because of spring, it's a horny time of year.
Yeah.
It's a horny time of year. Everyone's getting it on, and that's good.
Exactly. I love spring for that very reason as well. Okay, taking it all the way back, love Lent because it starts out with Ash Wednesday. And you go and you get the ashes put on your head. I always loved that. We got out of school for like 3 or 4 hours and we would go to the Ash Wednesday Mass and then you would leave and then everyone had like...
What is that? And when is that?
It's the beginning of Lent. You have Palm Sunday,
How
then you have
many
Ash
days
Wednesday.
is Lent?
24.
For why?
Because it is. I don't know.
But there's like why you just are sad for 24 days until Jesus dies.
Well, it's all based on like the stories of the Bible. So it's like Jesus arrives in Jerusalem. He's like, we're going to have like Palm Sunday. We get out our palms. We start waving them around, right? And then we have Ash Wednesday. It's like all reflective of the stories of the Bible.
So much. You know what I find funny too is like why there, you know, what stuck around. Because like Feast of the Ass hasn't stuck around, you know?
No. And then like, this is really sad and depressing, but I did like the Stations of the Cross. So the Stations of the Cross is when we would go through to each station and talk about the suffering of Jesus at each thing, right? And there's one really good Station of the Cross. I want to say it's 7 or something like that, where he's like really getting to the brink of death and he like starts seeing spirits and things. Ate it up. But our Stations of the Cross, they would turn off all the lights in the church and we would have to go through each station. And it was like a recreation of the crucifixion of Jesus.
Yuck. Yuck. I don't like it anymore.
Well, I mean, it's really sad. Really sad.
I know. I told you. I ran downstairs. I told my mom. I said, "Have you heard about this guy Jesus? Somebody do something about it." My God.
You bring him down from the crucifix. The most horrible part of the crucifixion is when he lays with Mary, his mother, and he's dead.
We need to wrap this up. Anything else?
I don't think there's anything wrong with God. I think there's a lot wrong with religion.
Okay.
That's
You
what
heard
I'll
it
say.
here first, folks.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I think that was kind of my takeaway as a child. I was like, that looks nice. And I was like, what the fuck's going on here, guys? Somebody do something about this.
Yeah.
Hey, is anyone doing anything about this?
Exactly. I feel like most of the people that I know in my life that have like found God are some of the happiest people in the world. I think.
Oh my God, I'd love to love God.
You know what I
to
mean?
love God so
Exactly.
bad. I'd love to love God. I just
And
don't.
then
This is also not an invitation for anyone to DM me. I
was
also
gonna
want to say that because I've gotten a few of those when I talk about wanting to go to, what is it called? I want to go to a Quaker meeting. I'm going to go on a Quaker meeting on my own accord, okay?
we gotta
Leave me
go to
alone.
a Quaker meeting. We gotta go.
We got to go to a Quaker meeting. We actually have to go to a Quaker meeting right now.
Okay. Great.
Okay,
That's all.
bye.
Bye.